Hi, good afternoon. This is Voltaire Tayag for Rappler Talk Entertainment. It's a very beautiful Monday here at the Rappler headquarters. Not just because I'm here, but because we have 5 very beautiful Binibining Pilipinas queens, and it's the first time that they're here all together. Unfortunately, we also don't have Gazini Miss Universe Philippines because she's sick right now, and we hope that you feel better. But we have, and we're very excited to welcome Binibining Pilipinas International, Patch Magtanong, Binibining Pilipinas Globe, Laren May Bautista, Binibining Pilipinas Intercontinental, Emma Tiglao, Binibining Pilipinas First Runner-Up, Aya Abesamis, and Binibining Pilipinas Grand International, Samantha Lowe. Good afternoon, ladies. How are you?
Good
afternoon.
Now, I'd be the very first person to tell you that these ladies are not just beautiful on the outside, but they're even more beautiful on the inside because I've spent so much time with them. And they always joke that I'm Binibini number 41.
Yeah.
Now, how was your weekend?
It was very eventful. We saw Bozzy in concert.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I organized the event with Tony, and then they saw Bozzy.
And
The
Ross.
one who sings "Beautiful" with
Oh.
Camille.
Yeah, because
so-
as a millennial, I do know.
It's the first time we were actually out as a group, so thank you
All
for inviting
girls.
us.
Thank you, Sam.
I didn't make it. I was stuck in traffic, so I'm the only one who missed the
And you're the
event.
one who organized it.
So we had a group photo, and then Sam is not there.
I drew like a stick figure. And like,
So you took the photo, you said.
So you actually now have weekends. You're able to enjoy now a little bit more free time.
We had an event Saturday. You were
Yeah.
there.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
We have the Carnegie training, and then after that, we went to the art exhibit. So, yeah.
How did you find the art exhibit of Miss Conchitina Bernardo?
It was so nice. It's so beautiful. And we learned that at 72 years old, she just started painting. So I think we still have that, chance to paint and to learn how to paint, right, Aya?
Yes, anytime, any age, you can do it.
Yeah.
we're just gonna wait like 50 more years to start.
Yeah, because Miss Bernardo took up painting with graphite at 75 or 73.
73.
Um,
yeah.
What artistic or creative passion would you like to pursue that you haven't done yet?
Aya, this is your field, so you start touring us.
Well, as of now, I'm practicing it, and I'm also trying to work on my advocacy, which is to empower and enable vulnerable members of society through creative arts. So actually tomorrow, I actually bought some materials already a while ago.
Yeah.
I have this art session with my organization, which is the Voice of the Free organization, which is the children who are victims of human trafficking. So I think it's a great start for me to be able to help out and give back.
How did you get involved with that organization?
Well, I got involved because I joined this great group, which is with beauty queens and fashion designers. It's called Beyond Beauty, just like the
yes.
hashtag of Binibining Pilipinas. And it's a really close group, and they introduced me to the Voice of the Free organization.
And I think I know a lot of the Beyond Beauty
Yes,
queens.
of course, you know a lot of them.
more my contemporaries, I guess. More the titas. Now, you've been doing a lot of the media and sponsorship rounds throughout these past couple of months. Have you realized that in less than like 2 months, a little over 2 months, there's going to be 2 of you who are going to be leaving for your international competition? without,
Lucky us.
without making you panic. I think Laren's going to be the first one, right?
Yes, I'll be the first one to compete for Miss Globe. I'll be leaving October 6th. The finals will be on October 20 in Montenegro. So we've been very busy doing the activities and sponsor visit, and then sometimes I forget that, my competition is so near. But then there's a lot of people who remind me always, like Emma, uy, mag-training ka na, limutan mo, lapit na yung competition mo. And then everybody was telling me, it's so near na, what are your preparations? And then I realized, I have to train na talaga. Kasi I want to represent Philippines as much as I can do to be a better representative for the Philippines, for our country. So I've been doing my talent during weekends, walking training, pasarela, Q&A on my own yet, and then what else? Dale Carnegie for our communication skills.
Have you been consulting with your designers about
Yes,
your
I already
costumes?
talked to my designer about my long gown, my national costume, and then my talent competition costume as well. Because in Miss Globe, they prioritize also the talent, so it's a big deal for them. So I'll be so excited to show my talent. What's your talent?
Yeah, what's your
my
talent?
talent?
Are you allowed to tell us your
Secret.
talent?
It's a secret first, but you'll
It's
just
a
have
hidden
to
talent.
watch. Yeah, secret talent.
She'll text it to you later.
Yeah. Okay, later. After we give her her milk tea, right?
We're not a patient people.
I
We
can
want to
drink
know
10
now.
milk teas a day. Oh, just kidding.
Now, the next one leaving would be you, right?
Yeah, it's a
I
month.
should be leaving like a day or two after Laren leaves.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole issue is very controversial because there's so many problems over in Venezuela right now. And I discussed with Beanie Beanie, and you know, if they allow me, I am wanting to go. I do want to go to Venezuela despite what everyone said. I've done my own thinking over the weekend. I've turned off my social media just to kind of like, you know, ruminate over it. And like Mother Lord Ramos said, that's your crown, it's your duty, Laban. So I'm gonna go Laban for my crown.
Laban, right?
Laban.
Is that a new
Yes,
word?
we're here to support you.
Thank you guys.
And as I always said, if there was anybody who could be that tough girl, who could really be the girl for Miss Grand International, that would be you.
Yeah.
Stop
They
it.
can't mess with Samantha. Not with her pizza party. Because I know I'm invited to that one, right?
You are. It's on Friday night, everybody.
Yeah, I love it. And then the next one would be our Miss International
Yeah.
on November 12th.
I am leaving October 25th, so same month as Sam and Laren. And I thought I had so much time because same as Laren, we have been doing all these media tours and activities, and it's so easy to forget that you're still gonna compete. So I wish Binibini would give us more time to actually train. But yeah, like I think around 2 weeks ago, I had this moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna leave soon. So during that day, I started to put things in motion. I contacted all my trainers. I scheduled everything. In Miss International, styling is very important.
Yes.
We talked about this. So I'm very lucky I have great stylists and designers, and they've been helping me coordinate and plan out my looks. So right now, I'm actually beginning to start everything that I put in motion, and we'll see. I hope, yeah, like I said, I hope we have more free time.
No, but the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize, and what they tend to forget, is that Binibining Pilipinas this year was held much later than
Yes,
usual.
later.
This is the first time, I
Yes,
think.
it's the first time because you had the Miss Intercontinental,
Yeah.
which was held here, and then you also had Catriona's homecoming, which is why they delayed it, and then you also had the elections. That's why the Binibini was held in June. Because typically it would be around March or April. But the great thing about it is, and you look at it on a bright side, from the time that you were crowned all the way up to the time that you're going to be competing, your brain's going to be going 100%. So you're going to be really polished by the time you get there. You're not going to have time to really like
Relax or chill.
So you're going to be go, go, go. Now, Aya, as first runner-up, you know, you could possibly take over any of the positions should any of them be ill. And, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. But how do you prepare for that? I mean, pwede ka bang kumain or mag-exercise ka ba? Is that ever a debate that you have?
Well, as what you can see, I'm also attending the Binibini activities just like my sisters, and I'm also training as well,
Yes.
of course, from time to time. And I'm just here to really support them and also try to be my best at the same time.
You're looking great because, like, I think at any time you can be sent right this moment and you'd be great.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, the next two, well, Gazzini and Risham
Risham.
would have been the other two. But then, even though you have more time, Emma, even though you have more time to prepare, you actually are one of the two that are going to be competing for a back-to-back. Now, you're going to be going to India
Yes,
on
New
December
Delhi.
21, so that's around the holidays. Now, how do you feel about like being away for the holidays? Is it going to be the first time you're going to be away?
This is not the first time I'll be away with my family and friends. Well, I worked in Cambodia before, so I know how it feels. But representing our country internationally, and this is my dream, so I will fight for it. I will be celebrating my birthday there also, and I hope this is the best Christmas gift that I will give to the country.
Ah, we're going to be looking forward to that. Oh, all of you. Lots of birthday, Christmas presents. Now, now for your roommates, a lot of people are always excited who's going to be the roommate of Miss Philippines. If you were, and if you had a choice, would you rather be a roommate with somebody who's a front-runner rival, or would you rather have a less popular candidate as your roommate? Let's start with Samantha. I know who your roommate's gonna.
Maybe a front runner because it keeps you motivated throughout the whole time. It's 2 weeks away. It's 2 weeks of competition, and you always have to be at your best on your toes. So it's not gonna make you like lazy or complacent. If I'm gonna see she's beautiful, like Emma rolls out of bed beautiful, like I'm gonna make sure I roll out of bed and out the door just as beautiful or more.
I love that.
For me, I think whoever it is, as long as we enjoy each other, because in Binibini, my roommate was Samantha Bernardo. And she's my friend. And I really enjoyed Binibini because I am with a friend who really supported and enjoys the competition. So I don't think it is not about the front runner or the less popular. As long as you love and enjoy each other's companies, I think it's a better thing.
Wow.
Naunahan ka.
Okay, I'll choose na lang the less popular. Simply because I wanna, encourage ourselves to be a better person whenever we go out of that room. I want to tell to my roommate that we should be, fighting, showing what we've got, be the best representation of our own countries. And I think in that sense, we could really help each other in a way that, a humbling way of fighting in an international pageant.
So I actually have the same opinion as Emma. It doesn't matter if she's a front runner or a less popular person, as long as she has a beautiful heart and you get along. And I think because coming out of the competition, you also get to make friendships, and sometimes those are lifelong friendships. So if your roommate is going to be that for you, it doesn't matter if she's a front runner or not. Like my roommate and my bus seatmate is Hannah Arnold, so like she was a front runner, and but it didn't feel like it when we were talking, when we were friends, because we were just ourselves. And I really appreciate that I got to know her. And also, coming into the competition, my mindset was I'm not competing with anyone. I'm only competing with myself. And I think it's kind of dangerous if you see someone as a front runner, as your competitor. It might derail your entire mindset. So, yeah.
Or maybe you could pick somebody who's a good photographer.
Oh yeah, for the OOTD.
OOTD.
I will miss you,
Laren.
Aya. Laren.
Laren always has the best OOTDs. Also, Aya.
I've
because of
learned from
them.
the best, Aya.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know some, I'm not gonna name names. Who actually had really good photos in her international pageant because she actually had a less popular candidate but had a great eye for photos.
Wow.
So that's good.
Lucky.
Now going back.
Nice
I'll
advice.
tell you later.
Should we ask that
Yeah.
to our roommate? Are you a good photographer?
Look
I
at
think
her
you have the
IG.
wrong room. I feel like she's not.
Or look for the one and then go to them.
Right.
Now, you guys have been binibinis for the past few months. Has your social media habits changed since the time that you were crowned? Has it become more of an obligation now that you have to post? And have you become a bit more guarded or private? and careful in terms of what you post. Even, I'm not talking about political posts lang, but it could also be about posting about like being next to a guy or even with your friends or family. Has that changed? Oh.
Emma.
Okay, so mine's changed because it's I don't post my own. I have someone from my team post the pictures and everything. I just approve it because I'm a little social media challenged. I can't make pictures pretty on the editing thing, so I think that's it for my social media. I don't really pay attention to a lot of the news that goes around me because it's more of a distraction. If I'm ever on Instagram, it's solely for like memes and cute dogs, but that's about it.
Well,
For me, my social media is my portfolio, even before I joined Binibini, because I'm a model and I'm a host. So they need to look at my social media as professional one. So if you look at my social media, I have this, what do you call that? The feed. I have different ideas. Sometimes I wrote quotes, sometimes it's a filter. So I want my social media to be seen as a happy one. Like they will enjoy looking at it, the photos. And also, it's really hard to write a caption. I know you will all agree. Sometimes it's hard to think that, oh, ano kayang caption ko for today? Like, ano kayang mag-fit na caption for this photo? So I think that's the thing that changed. And also, we need to update the Filipino people and also our supporters of what's happening here in the Philippines and Binibining Pilipinas. So I think that's the thing.
yeah, because I think I remember the other day or like a couple of weeks ago, you were asking, guys, can you caption this with your photo picking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. Like, ano kayang the best caption for this? Like,
Oo.
bahala na kayo na mag-isip.
Basta may photo ka na.
Oo.
And then they edited it.
Ah, they did?
Yeah.
Ginawang meme?
Ginawang meme, like parang dun sa kick nakalagay na bashers, haters,
Oh.
parang no to bashing and
Yeah, in addition to that, with Emma, the easy way to market ourselves is through social media. And of course, it is a big platform for us. And one way to market ourselves is to post our photos, the things that we do, to update those supporters, those people who really wanted to know you more. And of course, through photos and updating in social media, we help also the designers, the makeup artists, the stylists that really helped us all throughout the pageant and after the pageant, after winning, yeah. So I think that's a better way to market ourselves.
So my social media habits have definitely changed. I used to look at social media as an escape or something fun, and I used to post all these stupid things, especially in my Instagram stories, but now I can't do that anymore, and there's this obligation to post. I don't post as much as the other girls just because it gives me so much anxiety, because I am so careful now about what I present to other people. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I think that's a bad thing actually, because I'm hyper aware of what people think about me just because I'm in this competition. So every time I post, it takes me actually an hour or 2 hours to pick the photo, to write the caption, because I like to put like a reflection or an essay on my caption, and it takes quite a while to write that. So what I actually do is I have a Finsta.
Oh, what?
I have a Finsta. I have another Instagram account that's just for my friends, and it's there. That's kind of like my escape. Yeah. So if ever that gets out,
So what's the account name?
Let's look for that. How about you, Aya? Because you're a model and you've always been. I think you're one of the more social media savvy among the batch because you've been doing it even before.
Well, for my social media, I've been doing it quite a while. It's also like Emma's portfolio. I do it more for as an artist and as a model as well. So I have this certain hashtags where I post my profiles or like from the shoots or works that I've done. I also have hashtag camera Aya, everything I take, because I also like taking photos. It's kind of a bit of my hobby as well. And another one is hashtag art by Aya Besamis.
Oh, See? It's very creative. You should tell your team.
Taking notes right now.
Or maybe you should hire her. Now, in Australia, I am not sure if you've seen this or ran across this. In Australia and in some other countries, they're taking away the likes in Instagram. According to Instagram, it's because of to help them with their mental health issues. But I think the real story is to help them sell more sponsored ads. So, but taking away the likes, especially for people like in your position who are, could be influencers, or, sometimes even having a beauty queen have so many likes creates that much more momentum for your pageant and for your fans. How do you feel about that aspect? If they take away the likes, how will it affect you?
I think it depends on what you're trying to do. If it's just a personal account and you want to post something and it's like, now like my photo because I thought it was a great idea. Taking away the likes might be a little damaging because you want to see who's paying attention. I mean, we're all guilty of the likes. We go to Instagram because we want the instant like. But if it's for the purpose of like Aya and Emma, it's a portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like the sense of seeing who's been looking at your work, what's been working for you, and what direction you need to keep going in. Like if Aya posts a picture and it gets a lot of likes, then she's going to continue to post pictures relevant to that. If she posts a picture and it's like, she can clearly see it's an indicator, don't do it again. So again, it just depends on what you're going to do and what you're looking to do.
Totally agree. It depends if it's a personal thing or it's your portfolio to market yourself. But the thing there is, the lesson is, you don't need the validation to other people. For us, it's to market ourselves, for people to be updated, and for people to have a positive outlook in life. That's for me.
Yeah. I don't really see the point in taking away likes because like we've seen, it's just gonna mess up the entire system. Yeah, we should focus instead on if the point is really to help with your mental health and self-esteem, we should focus on that and not waste our time messing up Instagram and the likes, because what good is that gonna do? There's just gonna be other ways where you find validation and you crave other things other than likes if you take that away.
It's more on working on yourself.
Yes. Speaking of working on yourself and likes and validation, there's this new term that I came across, and it's a very new term, ghosting. It was like recently. It's like it's been happening since forever.
Okay. Like dating.
It's a phenomenon. Yeah, it's in dating. It's something that's been happening forever. It's currently trending, but I just not referring to anything in particular or anybody in particular. But because apparently siguro sila they're informed.
We're not.
But
Elaborate.
since it's it's related to social media, because ghosting can really only happen in the age of social media, because typically you ghost someone, I guess in the real sense of the word, you can ghost somebody through technology by not seeing them. Because back in the day when technology didn't exist. But I think it's like like you just ignore that person and then you're like, bastos naman tao yan. But now with that term ghosting, it's like, oh, what's ghosting? Now, because a lot of women, young women, girls look up to you, and they see all these beautiful women, and they probably think, siguro if I look as good as them, I'm not going to be ever ghosted. What would you tell a young woman who has been ghosted?
He wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Don't focus on that person.
Maybe he did you a favor and you dodged a bullet. Like, think of that easy way out. But what's sad is like we turn to social media to rant or to like avoid awkward situations. And I really wish back then even there was more confrontation, more social skills, to where we wouldn't be like have social anxiety to be face to face with a person and be like, Voltaire, I'm sorry, but we can't see each other anymore. Instead of me just like opening your IG and just being like, I'm just gonna leave him seen.
Mhm.
you know, that's more hurtful. And I really wish
Yeah.
we practiced more of those social skills. But yes, that is my opinion, ladies.
Exactly.
Well, continuing to what she said, I think it's more of like it has a purpose and like you learn from it. So don't really make that ghosting a big problem because it might not really be him, you know, or her or whatever. But yeah, it's a lesson in life.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think you should have to know yourself. I mean, if you know yourself, no one will ever be like, if someone goes to you, it wouldn't matter at all. If you love yourself, if you know the person who really love you, like your family, your friends, just, be yourself and know yourself.
Simply just know your worth. If that guy don't like you, then you don't like that guy.
Have
too.
you guys been ghosted before? Like I've been ghosted. I'm not after I won my crown. I've been ghosted. Like
Really?
yeah,
By
I don't, like a couple just random people. No one I'm in a relationship
Okay.
with, but just or I was
Yeah,
intending
friends.
for. But like we're chatting and then scene zone for days, and then they'll get back to me. I'm like, oh, welcome back. But yeah, have you guys been ghosted?
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, it's normal.
It's
Yeah.
normal.
We all
It's a normal
experience
part
that.
of life.
Yeah, because dating is a way to test out your compatibility and to see whether you're going to work with that person. So if the person ghosts you, it's not a measure of your worth. It doesn't mean you're any less of a person. It just means that you're not compatible with that person. So ghosting shouldn't be it shouldn't damage your self-esteem that much, and it says more about him than it does you because he didn't have the decency or the courage to tell you straight up that you're not what he's looking for.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a normal part of life. If you date, you're gonna ghost, you're gonna be ghosted. So
It's
just
part of it.
yeah, just have a healthy outlook on dating.
See, hearing this from all of you, and ako pala yung nanghingi ng advice.
Kaya pala.
Direct-
Yeah. No, do you think I've been ghosted? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I have. No, I know, no. But the great thing is because when people come out, especially people like you guys, that that young people look up to say these things coming from you, it really means so much more to them. That now they can say like, oh, you know what, that's fine. Which brings me to the last point. Catriona posted recently that I think you saw it. I think it was just today or the other day that she was not feeling. She's been like on a low point the past couple of weeks, and a lot of times because the Filipinos put so much value and emphasis on the beauty queens that they think that once you become a beauty queen, everything's perfect. And that you have no right to be. Oh well, did I hit a nerve there? Like that. The moment that you win, they think that everything is perfect. That you have no right to be unhappy. That you have no right to complain or be sad. And I was so happy that, not happy for that she's in a low point, but I'm so happy that she posted that. And for her, that she's Miss Universe and she posted that, speaks of her strength and her courage. And she knows her confidence, and she's I super love Catriona, and she's given us so much joy and pride all these months. So, as a parting message, what would you like to tell Catriona now, knowing that she's going through something?
When you were saying that, I thought of one of my favorite quotes. It's from this show called Queer Eye. Do you watch Queer Eye? They said, sometimes vulnerability can be the greatest show of strength. So that's what I remembered when you were saying that even though Catriona, has reached to some like the pinnacle of success, she still has those days, and she was strong enough to share with us that she doesn't always feel great about herself. And I really admire her that she did that.
For me naman, I remember I think it's a talk in Netflix. It's with Brene Brown. It says that courage and vulnerability. So I think it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. We're all humans. Beauty queens, politicians, everyone are all humans. We experience that thing. As Catriona says, situations and life is tough. but so you are. You are strong and you are tough. I know you can make it, and you're there. People look up to you, and you just need to be strong. Life goes ups and downs. You will experience everything, and just enjoy the life. And for the people around there, bashing and hating is something that will not be helpful in our society. It's giving love to other people.
It just
Wow,
Ikaw may quote ka din ba?
I don't want to give a quote, but then, I mean, Catriona is very relevant. I mean, her experiences is one of the things that we look up to. I mean, for me personally, as Laren, she's very so inspirational, and doing that, it shows courage, strength, and she's a fighter. I mean, if she do that, and then people who read that thing in Instagram or whatever that she's going through, it will make a big impact in terms of showing that you can be vulnerable. Nahawa. Vulnerable, and you have this courage to fight and to be that wonderful person that you are, and just be yourself, and showcase that you're a happy person, you're a Filipina, you are beautiful in every way possible, and just show love. Nahawa eh.
And Aya.
Well, for me, it comes to show that Catriona is human, just like everyone else, and that life is really like that. There's a certain cycle where you're up there and it just goes around. And I think like the greatest symbol that I could share to you all is that be like a phoenix or a lotus. After all that mud and dirt, you grow and grow and grow and rise again every single time.
I love that.
Wow. Memorize niyo yan.
Hashtag
Pag Q&A. Thank
Hashtag
you.
Phoenix.
Ayun,
You know where I think the problem is that in this country, mental health is stigmatized to be a bad thing. So if it's like, oh, I'm very, very sad one day, and I can't explain why, or I'm scared to tell people, they're gonna be like, oh, Wangsha, there must be something wrong, and really there's not. The fact that Catriona is vulnerable, and I think that's amazing. It takes a very, very strong person to open up and say, hey, I'm not okay. And I think that we just need to be more open to this. I get that there's a lot of taboos, but it's 2019. We need to start changing, because this country is so strong. Imagine how much stronger and how much better we can be if we just opened up and talked and allowed ourselves to be vulnerable. I've spoken to Catriona before. She is just a superb just being. She's incredible. She's so down to earth. And she has a lot of good common sense, which is not so common sometimes. And it's very refreshing. So my message to Kat is, thank you for being vulnerable, for being so open to us. And you've touched a lot of lives. You said it's okay to not be okay. Everyone experiences that. Imagine being at this peak where you're at 1,000%, and now every day you have to be higher than 1,000%. It's hard. It's very hard. So, keep going, Kat. You're an incredible person, and we've got your back.
Yes.
Right, Binibini sisters? Thank you so much, ladies. I'm so
Thank
glad that you
you.
were
Thank
here.
you.
for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
It's been such a wonderful conversation to have you here. Now, one of the things that I just want to remind everybody is that with the beauty pageants, I've constantly heard the words empowerment and advocacy throughout all these months and all these years. And when the ladies were asking me earlier, are we going to be talking about empowerment or advocacies? I'm like, no, we're not going to be talking about that. Because as wonderful and as great as those things are, there's one thing that I feel that is also much more basic than that. And we've discussed this during the retreat that you had, which is self-love. Because you can't have empowerment and you can't have your advocacies unless you have the self-love and you're taking care of yourself. So I think that's like the most important thing that I wanted to take away from today's discussion. And I hope that throughout, not just today, but throughout your journey and your preparations and your pageant, your international pageant, you carry that with you, because not only do you have the entire country supporting you, but you have yourself supporting you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
This is Voltaire Tayag for Rappler Talk Entertainment. Thank you.